to the sun with me, so I can show you something you've never seen. And both you and I shouldn't be too shy by letting go for once. Come and be free.
I'm currently on the island of Trizonia. A very small island, as you can probably detect. A small island with a large port. Quite useful. Intention were to do some work. I have cleaned the prop. Which is about as much work as I've done. So I have been away for Christmas and New Year. I spent some time back in the UK because I am in the process of writing a book for the RYA, the Royal Yachting Association. That book is work in progress. But since I've been back here, it hasn't stopped raining or snowing. It is cold. So I've done very little work outside of the boat. Good morning, I'm in Trizonia in the Greek islands I hope you can hear that, which is in the Gulf of Patras in Greece, by the way. They have a cat infestation. Take a look at this. I do not own a cat. I do not want a cat. Look at this. Last night whilst eating my dinner I had 18 cats trying to get on the boat or on the boat with me chasing them off. Shh, get out, go on. Shh, go away. Shh. Shh. And if you would like to help the stray cats of Trizonia, if you send a donation via Ko-fi, I will buy a sack of cat food and make sure these poor little creatures do not starve to death during the winter months when there are no tourists here feeding them. One cat, fine, no problem. I have like 18 cats sleeping on my boat overnight because of the warmth of the deck. How do I stop the infestation of cat roaches? I can't feed 18 cats. And there's more of them. Like, this isn't the only ones, this are the ones that are just hanging around here at the moment. But there's more. Another one come to join the pack. I made a bit of a cock up with the dinghy. I'd put the drain plug back in it. They've had a lot of rain here while I've been away, and sadly it's filled out of water. So everything's black and mouldy. I need to use the dinghy to go ashore to go get some food. So this morning's job is getting out there with some bleach and cleaning the dinghy out to put the dinghy in the water, and then we're going to go over to the car, which I've hired for a week, and I'm going to fill the boat up with food. I put the dinghy over the side of the boat so that any water running out of it would go straight into the sea. I didn't want to risk getting the camera wet because it's a bit choppy in the dinghy. That's where I'm staying over there on the small island of Trizonia. It's only about 1 kilometre, I guess. So from the island to the harbour here on the mainland is about 1 kilometre. So it's not difficult to get to. And there's regular water taxis out of here as well. There's a little bus shelter just there, so you can commute. Paktos, which is so I'm off to Paktos, which is the biggest town that way, about 30 kilometres, so it's a bit far for me to cycle. I have a car for a week because I'm trying to get my head cell repaired. And if you look very closely, here, there's snow on the mountains. And I completely forgot about the Greek holidays. They don't celebrate Christmas and New Year, etc. in the same way as we do in the UK, which is fine. It's something you grow used to, but I've completely forgotten. And today is a bank holiday and the supermarkets are all closed. Fortunately, I did find one garage that is open. So I do have fuel for the diesel heater, which runs off my main tank, but no food, sadly. I've always kept on board the boat pastas, rice, tinned meats and everything like that. So it's not like I'm going to starve to death. Two runs to the fuel station and back with 4 jerry cans, which is an additional 160 litres of diesel. Now I use the diesel predominantly for heating in the winter. I would love to get red diesel, but I don't have a separate day tank, so this fuel is going in my main tank, which means I cannot run red diesel. And I'm going to keep the dinghy hoisted to the side deck, not for security purposes. There literally is nobody on this island. I'm doing it because I don't want it to fill with rain or flood whilst left in the water. So this time of year, the problem with solar panels, most of us fit solar panels on tops of biminis, etc., which are fairly flat. So during the summer months, your bimini is a perfect place to have solar panels. Not so during the winter, when the sun doesn't really get any higher than it is now. And the downside is that during the winter months, you simply won't get enough power to stay on top of your electrical consumption. If you have fridges running, charging laptops, Netflix all night, etc., to keep yourself entertained. You actually need more solar panels in the winter than you do in the summer months. So if you're living on a boat full time and you don't get to a marina that has a power supply like Tonia, then you will need additional solar panels. Your other choices are running a generator, which is obviously antisocial at best. Or the other choice, or the other option, is running your engine all the time. But running your engine when it is not under load is not good for the engine. It glazes the bores over. Look at that. And I do need to take a look at that because without the turbo, the injection pump is overfueling. So it is on my jobs list. So the cost for a fully serviced marina in the locality that I'm in now is around €400 a month, plus power, plus water. For my boat in Tonia, this has cost me around €100 a month. So if you're happy with your own company and you have a decent internet connection, living here is not that difficult. The hardest part of being here is shopping. Access to supermarkets, etc. will require the use of a dinghy or using the water taxi. And the nearest point of interest is Liveaboard, which is around 15 kilometers away. So if you have a motorcycle rental, a car rental, or you're healthy enough to jump on a bicycle, it's not too bad to reach Liveaboard. And that's where all the amenities are. So if you need a large supermarket, a doctor's, or any kind of medical treatment, Liveaboard is where you'll need to go. Oh, and best be prepared for the cats. If you're going to stay here for winter, you need to adopt a cat. Good morning to you. Today we are working on one of our neighbour's boats, and he has an electrical fault. So one of the neighbours had a problem with his boat. It was taking on some water. So Thanos, the harbour master, came to me and asked if I could help. I took a look at the boat and discovered that the battery had exploded, and that's why the bilge pump wasn't working. So here there was another boat that did a battery upgrade to lithium, and they had 3 lead acid batteries around that would hold a charge. So I'm currently rigging 2 of those batteries to his boat. Solar panels on his boat will keep the batteries alive, and hopefully the pump will run off of those 2 batteries, at least until he can find some new batteries. That's my hope. And at the moment I'm trying to make up some cables to link the 2 batteries together. Join me. And, part of the upgrade that I did on my own boat was fitting those lithium batteries not that long ago. And when I did it, I bought the tools and equipment to make that job nice and easy, which it did, to be fair. But it also means that I've still got those tools, and it also means that I can make a little bit of money with those tools by doing jobs for other people. And that's the ethos that I have carried throughout life, to be perfectly honest. Buy the tool, first job you do, you break even, and then afterwards you start to make a little bit of money using those same tools. And that is why this boat is full of tools, including the owner. That's not nice. And the cable cutters. Okay, 1 cut. Cuts. Pay it forward, people. Pay it forward. The lugs are kind of parallel, if that makes sense. So that one's flat, that one's flat. I don't have to twist the cable to make it fit. Due rain later, so I'm trying to get this sorted out before the weather changes. We're putting the tents out for the rain. The only bad thing about putting the tents out at the moment is the amount of cats that I'm going to have under the tent when it's raining. go. So this is literally just to link the batteries together. Put our tools away because we've finished them and we want to find them another day. When I had my workshop, because I had other staff and I took on apprentices quite regularly, one of the things that the apprentices had to do was to make sure that all of the tools were put away at the end of the day. Which was fairly easy for me to achieve because everything was in racks, so if something was missing it's fairly obvious. So before I locked up on a night time I checked my toolbox, all of which was snap-on, so very expensive. And nobody went home until they found the missing 10mm socket, because it's always a 10mm that goes missing, the most frequently used socket. Yeah, evil. Okay. So we have 2 battery link cables made up. It's time to go fit these batteries for this guy. I'm just going to take a few simple things with me. Some side cutters, Stanley knife in case I need to cut anything, the bolts that I need to attach the cables, voltmeter, the extension cables, and a few connectors because I think I may need to alter the ones that are on the cables at the moment. I'm going to take some kit with me to do that. And I have been adopted by this cat. He follows me everywhere. Like it doesn't have a home, it's a stray. Anyway, let's go take a look. The owner has rigged a jury pump into the sink while he leaves it here over winter, and unfortunately the battery has exploded and it's gassing. Quite scary to think what could have happened. The other thing I noticed, look at this battery clamp. The battery clamp is snapped. You can't come in. You're not welcome here.
You want my powers, I will show you where they go. You like the wind, I'll tell you where it blows. Clean as you go, clean as you go, clean as you go.
Personally, I put all of this onto a bus bar if it were my boat. I have another little bus bar down here so you can put all the terminals on and not put them all on the battery. But this is how it was. Strap on.
I don't see him around it no more. Go to Mars, but the soil is full of mercury. Keep my water clean, free from BBC. How many pieces of plastic in the Tennessee River? I hope this makes you see things clearer.
Done. With the battery voltage tested and the solar panels putting in a good input, hopefully these batteries will last long enough for Jan to get back to his boat. I've tested the pump is now operational and the water is flowing down the sink. So I for one am going to call that a success. And welcome to the Blown Away supporters section. If you've not seen this before, these are the people that help make these videos. So if you find the video mildly amusing or helpful in any way, perhaps you'd like to join us on Ko-fi. A small donation goes a long way to making an old sailor smile. And if you'd like to connect with me via social media, then please look me up as SV Blown Away on Facebook. And a big shout out to Matt, Michael, Ian, Miles, Timmy, JG, Jim Bracken, Johannes, Thomas, thank you very, very much. Johannes, I did see your messages on Patreon and I have just replied to them. I still have some Blown Away polo shirts available if you would like to look as attractive as these people. If you would like to watch more of these videos, click the link on the left. To subscribe, click the link on the right. Subscribing does not cost a penny and goes a long way in helping me with these videos. If you have watched to the end, you are truly hardcore. Thank you for watching and hopefully see you again next time.